this, I was built to win. I was built to win. And so I agree with you. I see it in so many of my friends. I always say the two ways to build something insane is deep, deep insecurity turned into fuel, or deep, deep, deep levels of confidence turned into fuel.
On that point of confidence, you said your mother gave you your confidence.
Yes.
Earlier on, you said she gave you your sense of sort of self-responsibility.
Yes.
But I've also heard you say that she's responsible for your confidence.
And then another thing, the market. So yes, my mother. And so a lot of people are listening right now and they had positive reinforcement. There's two things to watch out for everybody who's listening, parents or youngsters, or just try to get it, everyone listening. And by the way, this is a good time to say this. I consume a lot of content, meaning I consume no content. I consume how people are consuming content. I just want to give you some roses and really the listener on the other side. I've really enjoyed, and this is very lightweight. This is a hot take. It's not like I've done major homework on this, but I feel like you have a very thoughtful audience. I really like what's going on with you and your audience. And it's really both of you, right? It's not just you. It's who self-selects to listen to your guests, and you're doing a great job casting it and all that. But there's something nice going on here, so keep going. And everyone who's listening, kudos on you for understanding there's value here in a world of unlimited content. Here's the two, back to like kind of the respect I have. I told you, Dustin, I said, hey, pay attention today. I'm gonna be a little bit sharper. It's out of my admiration. Here are the two things I wanna go extra level to watch out for. In confidence building, too many people go too far and they go into that 8th place trophy delusional place, and then kids don't believe you. I'm gonna be very transparent. I've already sensed that with one of my children where they're calling my bluff on it. I'm like, fuck, it's true. Like, I played AJ much harder in every sport than I'm playing Xander. That's the facts. And so I'm already adjusting my damn self.
Xander's your child.
Yes.
Good boy.
So one, it's don't let it be delusional. The whole you can be anything. You can do anything you want. You can be anything you want. You just might not be the best at it or great at it. You can be a musician. It doesn't mean that you're going to be a financially successful enough musician to pay for your household. Or if you want to be, you can. You're just going to have to live humbly and live your passion, which I think is going to be the conversation in 100 years. I believe the evolution of you and I, and a lot of people listening, is a lot more people making $61,000 a year doing exactly what has them on fire and living, this is a big part, and living within the means of that 61,000. But that's a different conversation for a different day. So number one, watch out for delusion. Number two, you can't be the only source of positive reinforcement. Had I never gone outside and my mother did everything she did, I don't think I am who I am. The other part that made me was ringing doorbells and having 81 people say, no, kid, I don't want you to wash my car. And having 6 of them say, yes, kid, I do want you to wash my car for $5. I think what also made me was standing on a lemonade stand for months in my life, 2 days here, 3 days here, 5 days here, months of my life from 6 to 13, and watching 99.9% of the cars drive by my stand and not react to my great steins and not stop and buy my lemonade. I think what made me was 100 out of 105 people said no to shoveling snow. What made me was I had a baseball card table and I watched 100 people walk by and not want to buy anything from me, even though I had good stickers and good cards. And the market made me. All those no's became enjoyable.
It's the yes that acts as the evidence, though. So it's the person coming along in the 1 in 100 buying the lemonade that makes a young Gary or a young me go, do you know what? I can sell lemonade.
100%.
And I've thought a lot over the years, because the more I speak on stage or the more my brand has grown, I get the same question over and over again, which seems to be at the very base level of everything I do, which is how does one build confidence? You've talked about your mum's sort of subjective evidence that you are great, and then you've talked about the evidence from the 1 in 100 buying lemonade. I came to this hypothesis that our self-belief, like all our beliefs, is just based on false or correct subjective evidence we have about ourselves. So if that is true, if all beliefs are just evidence, what's your view on how someone can build that self-confidence? They're listening to this now. How do they go get that evidence? And do you agree with that thesis?
Yeah, I like a lot of that thesis. I also think one of the things to point out that might help a lot of people is my mom also created positive reinforcement for me on the right things. When I think back to what she positively reinforced, it was not when I get the occasional B in history as a DNF student, which would be logical. This is the first time I'm ever saying this publicly. It's the first time I've had a clear thought on it. It would be logical for a mother who really, she knew how smart I was. She was borderline pissed. She's like, can't you get C's to appease me? You're so capable. I'm like, D's and F's. Why she didn't positively reinforce the B's I got in history, which was the one class I paid attention to, is actually a very interesting insight. She didn't reaffirm a subjective machine that wasn't built for me. What she reaffirmed and built confidence in me was how nice I was to everyone. When I think of my 47-year-old self, I am the byproduct of two energies. I'm a successful entrepreneur, which is what the world taught me. And for the people that know, they know, like especially the people that really know, they know how nice I am. Like, you know this. You've been on, you know a lot more about me in subtle little, like, what I love about you is you're smart. So I know I can say this. You know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right?
And we've had lots of dealings over the space of 5 years.
Right?
Yeah.
In every subtle way.
Yeah.
In every subtle way. We've theoretically competed. There's been moments where I could or couldn't come. Like, what I love about this is you know. And I've always said that when I go into the grave, so many people are going to know me that as long as the people that actually know me feel what I want them to feel, I can't,